Alright guys, here we go. Uh-oh. We have here a 204 cartridge. What it is sometimes these get through. They get by the inspection process. And what it is a slightly longer case from a 204 Ruger. Well, it is a 204 Ruger cartridge or case. It's almost the same. But when you go to size it, you got to push this shoulder as far back as that other one. See that? So you're going to notice that when you pull on that lever. And it's a good idea to be cognizant of that, you know, when you're actually sizing, to keep, you know, don't just be mindlessly doing it, but, you know, always, you know, look at your feel to see what's going on. And on these progressive reloading machines, if something binds up, you want to stop. You don't resist the urge to just hammer it, because you're going to break something. And there's no need for that. You know, I mean, it's just, you know, it'll every once in a while, it's pretty rare, but you'll come to a situation where it just, something's jammed, something's not right, stop. Just stop and you know, move the lever and find out what's going on. Like, you know, this little problem here. If I pushed it hard enough, I could have resized it and it would have just gone right through. So that goes in the trash. While I'm stopped, I'll take the liberty to check one of these rounds. Looks pretty good there. Of course, pretty good there. If it's too long, we're gonna trim them all later anyway, so we'll take a hair off of that. First of these case micrometer comes in. You drop your case in there. We can see that right there. And then you just screw it in until it stops. And you're gonna see there that that's 0. You can see that little line right there. That's ideal where that case should be. That's factory. We're about 5 thousandths under that, which is good. Better to be under than 5 thousandths over. That may cause a problem. That tells us that that shoulder is too far out and it may not chamber in the gun. So it's always to be a little, 5 thousandths is good. You don't want to be 40 thousandths. That's over. It'll work. It shouldn't be causing unsafe condition, but you're just going to be stressing your brass. If you're going to be reloading your brass, anything below 45 is just going to be causing, you know, anything below 5 thousandths of what the shoulder should be at is just going to be, you know, causing undue wear on the brass. If it's just a one-time use, then obviously, you know, factory rounds will usually be about 2 or 3 thousandths below here. I mean, they're pretty good. And I got some these partisan rounds here. Probably shouldn't be using them as an example, but I mean, this is good ammunition. Nothing wrong with it. I want to look at I can do a loaded round, and using this micrometer. And if you see there, that's 0 right there. That's factory. And this is just about 2 thousandths underneath that, which is perfect. And we can measure another one. See, that's a loaded round. See that? Right there. That's about 2 thousandths underneath your 0. So that's as good as it gets. So these are nice. There's another, it comes with two of these. This one here, the smaller hole in it, is for the checking the ogive on the bullet, which is this little curved part right here. You see the tip coming there, and right there with about 4 thousandths under on that ogive. Naturally, if you drive this bullet, if you seat it further down, it's going to decrease this number. Now, this is just kind of a guide, you know, used as a guide to, you know, this particular RCBS gauge also comes with a kind of like a plastic metal bullet, and you loosen it, and you can use this, extend the bullet out, in and out, to measure the, you know, where the lands are in your chamber. You can figure out what your head space, what your bullet spacing is, and you can adjust your dies accordingly. The only problem with this is on an auto-loading rifle, what's going to set your bullet, your cartridge length, is going to be limited by the magazine. You can't have a bullet that's further, I believe that's 2.250 inches, is I believe what the overall length of these cartridges, 223 or 5.56 NATO is 2.250 if I'm not mistaken. That's as far as it's going to go. You can seat your bullet further out, but it's going to become a single shot. You're going to have to just load one round at a time, or it's for your 223 bolt action rifle, you can get away with that, or a single shot. But for an auto loading rifle, what limits me is, you know, I'd like to have an extra, you know, 50 thousandths, you know, to seat my bullet to the lands. Supposedly, you know, in many cases it gives you better accuracy to seat as close to the lands as possible, but you won't be able to fit this bullet or this cartridge in your magazine, so what good is it? So this is something you got to live with. Anyway, moving right along. There's another one, 204 Ruger in the trap. This one went in a little hard, so I'm just gonna check it out. You'll notice some of these go in easy. I've taken the liberty of lubricating all these cases. I used Imperial case lube. Just rub some in your hands, go in here, just, you know, massage all these, you know, just kind of rub them on, and that's all you got to do. Still, you'll find that some of these cases, you'll get a different pulse on this handle. It'll be a little harder to size. First thing that comes to mind, it's a 204 Ruger case or something weird's going on. In this case, it was a 223 case. I don't know. Maybe it's the alloy is slightly different, makes it a little harder to size, but this one's okay. it goes along pretty quick. That one was fun. That's good. Felt a little weird. So. Alrighty, we're done. So now what I'm going to do is take this tool head off that I use to size all these cases, and quite a bit. I mean, it's not like thousands of them, but I know there's probably a few hundred there. Anyway, I'm going to pull this tool head off and put the other tool head for actually we do some reloading. This is my 223 tool head that actually does the powder drop in and all that other stuff. So we just put it in there. We got to put this safety guide rod for the powder dispenser. Goes in that little bracket right here. You got to raise it up a little bit and clip it right on. That make sure that this thing comes back. Basically, what it does, it keeps it from double throwing. If you only do like a partial stroke up here, it'll keep this from charging again and then throwing another charge if you decide to change your mind and go back up again, and you won't get powder going everywhere. So and it keeps from double charging, so they call it this little safety feature, safety rod. So that's basically it. It's a real nice machine. I like it. I looked at all the other machines out there. Looked at Horn & D, Lee. I already had experience with Lee, but I mean, this is the way to go. These guys have been in the business a long time. This machine, 650 XL, I believe, has been in production for 20 years. So, I mean, they've worked all the kinks out of it. This is pretty much, if you're going to go into manual hand loading, unless you're going to buy one of those factory automatic machines, you're going to just reload at home, and do manual reloading. This is about as good as it gets. Alright guys, over and out.